ain't know. Say less.
Sheesh. What you saying? I don't understand. I'm out my mind. I popped. Sheesh. I swear this lock shot got me stuttering. Girl, you I fall in love again. Sheesh. Get it. My favorite rush. You talkative, ain't gotta say too much. Be quiet. Who got some grapes? I'm trying to. I'm off both of these. Get it. Not complicated. No conversation. Get it. Not complicated. No conversation. Please say less. Please say less. Please say less.
I'm blessed. I don't GA. You tryna. Yes on yes. Say less. Say less. You ain't got.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today's matchup features the top-scoring pass offense in the NFL. The Steelers are top 10 in passing TDs, and they'll go against the Bengals, who are very aware of what they'll be dealing with.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, and Heinz Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Again, it's Bell. And some space here. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Dobbs looking to throw on first down. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Hey, come on, let's go.
On play action, it's Dobbs. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Let's go! Ohio! 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 Ohio!
From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. He gets it to Brown, complete. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the two defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
So 5 yards remain now. Still first down.
Flex round! Flex round! Come on, let's run!
They go play action here on first down. His throw caught right around the 6. 23 yards on the play.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that'll open things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. From the 4, it's second and goal. They'll try again with Bell. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. Well on now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. Dalton bootlegs out. And his throw here's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Third down from the gun, Dalton. And that is incomplete.
As you and I know from visiting a lot of camps, no one practices this type of a start, do they?
Especially not on the road. You give up the touchdown on the opening drive. Now there's likely a 3 and out on your first possession.
Yeah, you throw that incompletion there. You hate to fall into a hole early, especially on the road. Got to be careful.
He gets it away, and I think they'll smartly play keep away here from Brown. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Let's go.
On first down, Downs to throw. Sammy Coates has it complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Fresh set of downs here. Now they'll try the sweep with Bell. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Second down following the run. They'll go again with Bell. Bell a first down and then some. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. Well, they're making a real first quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Let's go.
On first and 10, Dobbs. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
On second down, it's Bell. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards that time, but a Pittsburgh first. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose.
So here we go, first and 10 now. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Vincent Ray in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Second down, Dobbs. This is Bell on the dump off. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and they're going to face a third down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency. Out of the gun, Dobbs. He
finds Coates complete. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Sammy Coates, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. Fights loose. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Now, that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Trying to get it to LaFell, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Ross Cockrell, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Dobbs now on 2nd down. Goes underneath for Bell. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Call it a gain of 5. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd.
Let's go.
Off the play fake. Here's Dobbs. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Very tough spot here for the offense to start. They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. Dalton throwing on 2nd down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Brandon LaFell, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. And they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Here's Kevin Huber now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he'll get this across midfield to the 48. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Now Dobbs going deep here for Bryant. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. He may try and run for this. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first. Two minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. Now Dobbs. Bryant with a catch right side. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Throwing here, Dobbs. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll go back to the ground with Bell. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. And a short gain here, down to the 22. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. To throw is Dobbs. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And Boswell's kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, but the net gain, 3 points.
And you're going to have drives like that in this league. Sometimes you just got to take the 3 and move on. Always better than nothing.
This will be taken about the 12. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Again, it's Mixon. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. Despite only needing 1, Dalton to throw. And that's complete to LaFell. A Bengal first down, Dalton hitting LaFell. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. Second down following the incompletion. To throw again. Dalton. He's going to let this thing go deep for LaFell. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Brandon LaFell, his intended target, and it's 3rd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. All right, hang on here. We'll jump over halftime. Just let the system and graphics catch up. Okay, all set. Third quarter now. Marshall now, the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down, and you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. It's second down. Dalton looking. To Mixon on the check down. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll lead here to a third down. We're still in search of the first down after that last completion. From the gun on third down. Dalton. Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. With it is Brown. Able to push his way through. Antonio Brown, kiss him goodbye. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Antonio Brown, 91 yards. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And the lead is now 24. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now hang on a moment here. Marshall's in some pain. Still down. We'll check on his status when we get back. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Four yards remaining now on second down. The give is to Bell. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll give this to Bell running right. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Yeah, now it's the safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. A give to Bell. They find some open field here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. Here's Bell. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. See if they stay on the ground for second down. On the counter, here's Bell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So they lost yardage, and they declined the penalty. There's no logical reasoning to do that.
I'm trying to go through this little Rolodex in this small brain of mine, and I'm coming up with nothing, partner. I've got zip on that one. Take the yardage, right? Take the penalty. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. On third down, it's Connor. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. And Boswell's kick is good. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. So they were able to move the ball into the red zone, but they'll wind up coming away with just 3.
Yeah, 32-yarder. That's equal to an extra point nowadays, and those are no problem for an NFL kicker.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Back now in Pittsburgh. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Second down, Dalton. Steps away to his left. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. That's just his second catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game. They've done a great job of doing that.
Eifert, the man in motion. They look to throw on third with Dalton. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Ryan Shazier in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be fourth down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And Eifert has it. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6. And on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Dalton here from the gun, going for the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play there for Cincinnati. 41 yards. Dalton operating in the red zone now. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to LaFell there, and that'll bring up second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better. And
all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now the second-year man from South Dakota State, it's Zach Zenner. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Now, Bengals on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Dalton. And this is going to be incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have, it's chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around. Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's got it. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Tyler Eifert with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. It's up and good, and it makes it 27-7 now. Bullock out now to kick this one away. To return, it's Cam Sutton.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now out come the Steelers. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yeah,
run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Come on, let's go.
They'll try the right side with Bell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Here's Dobbs to throw. Out left side here to Bryant. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit. Looks to be right around the 40. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
Defense showing blitz. Bell. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They'll run it with Bell, and he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And the Steelers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Dobbs. This is Bell on the dump off. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. The Steelers on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd down and 12.
Let's go.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. They are on to the fourth quarter in Jacksonville, and it's the Dolphins that wound up winning that one. Another victory perhaps in the cards. They're looking as good as anybody as the playoffs draw near. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal: win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for Pittsburgh, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they're squarely in play for next year mode now as they drop to 2-11. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Heinz Field.